Guys, Absolute Batman issue number 9 is insane. I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, and we're going to review it starting right now. So the book starts off, it's a new story written again by Scott Snyder, art by Nick Dragotta. It's an intro into Bane, in Absolute Bane, that is, and about basically how brutal he is. You go to another country here, and you see two men talking about peace talks until he shows up looking huge. I mean, his head is so small compared to his body. I mean, my goodness, the dudes that he's talking to look half his size. And he says, sorry for interrupting. Which one of you guys wants to be the person that breaks down peace talks? And the guy's like, what are you talking about? No. The other guy looks at him and says, I will. And he goes, and Bane grabs the head of the other guy that said no, and with his fist just crushes it and kills him instantly. And Bane keeps talking to the other guy, talking about basically about what he needs to do now. And then he gets a phone call from, I don't know who it is. I got a lot of theories about that, actually. He gets a phone call from someone telling him he needs to go to Gotham. And then we get a little intro into Abomination, which is kind of funny that they named that storyline that, considering the person that created Bane called the Absolute Bane an Abomination. So it's kind of funny that they did that. And then you see Batman in Gotham. He's cleaning up the streets, guys. He's getting rid of all of the crime family, all the gangs, the Falcones, the Maronis. And he also learned that his friend Waylon Jones, aka Killer Croc, has been missing for 2 weeks, because in this universe he is friends with basically all of the Crime Alley people, including obviously Killer Croc. And then we also get something that I missed the first time I read it. Get a little glimpse at an EMT named Dick Grayson, aka Robin. We'll see what happens with that. And then you see Batman talking to Gordon, which is Barbara Gordon, James Gordon's daughter, talking to her about how he needs her help to find Waylon Jones. He meets up with her. Basically, he finds out that Waylon Jones has been taken to Arkham, which is Arkham Asylum in the Absolute Universe. Then he meets with his friends, all of his friends, Edward Nygma, Harvey Dent, Oz, and then of course Pennyworth, he's like a whole different person in this Absolute Universe. He's no longer the butler. He is basically he's like a soldier, mercenary person from England. And he's telling everyone, Batman is, that he's going to go into Arkham to get Waylon. His friends initially pushed back, but they say, I didn't say we shouldn't do it. I just think it's a bad idea, because if he's been gone for 2 weeks, that means he's probably never coming back. You go to the next scene where you see Martha Wayne, which we know has a past with Jim Gordon, talking about how she's running for mayor. Then we get a flashback of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, having a romantic time together with money everywhere, which we presume is from Selina Kyle's family. And then you get a knock at the door, and it is Killer Croc, Waylon Jones, saying he got a boxing match against someone and he wants Bruce to train him. And Bruce is like, what? You can't get someone else? He's like, no, man, I want you. And he says, okay. And then he's like, wait, is that actually money over there? And then we get to, the climax of the issue. Batman and Pennyworth talking right before Batman's going to go into Arkham. And, Pennyworth says, you all right? And he says, fine. And then Pennyworth says, listen, kid, ... And then Batman replies, what is it? I need to go. Basically, he says, you know what? Nothing. Good luck. He's holding back something. And we get to hear more about it as Batman's going underwater, underneath Arkham. When you find out, it's like a whole city under there. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening at Arkham that no one knows about. Get a really cool shot of him above Arkham. And then all the text bubbles after that are from Pennyworth. Not all of them, most of them. And we get this shot of someone who I assume is pulling the strings behind Bane, which I'm wondering who it is, because who is strong enough to put Bane in his place, but also who has enough money to give him what he needs. Kind of looks like Deathstroke. Kind of looks like Deathstroke. Initially, I thought it could be the Joker or Scarecrow, considering it deals with Arkham. But they say this person has been constructing this or orchestrating this, not just in Gotham City, but also in England, which is where Pennyworth was, investigating this. We get a shot of, Bane before all the venom. And then you get a shot of Batman looking at like this skeleton, which kind of looks like a humanoid bat, or maybe even like an alien of some sort. And then he meets Bane. And this is a crazy fight. Bane just goes, hello, and then kicks him. And then he goes, go on, it's okay. Bane is pretty cocky. He knows he can beat Batman at this point. And, they have this big fight. And Bane is calling out all of the moves that Bruce is doing. Muay Thai, nice. And he just pokes him in one spot. He can no longer use his arm after that. And then he does another thing, and he does the same thing to the other arm, and he does it to his leg. And Bruce is like, you know what? Is that all you got? You juiced up SOB? I only need one leg to take you down. Bane's like, whoa. I haven't even juiced up yet. You want to see what that looks like? And he starts juicing up, and my goodness, Batman says, what are you? And you get this killer ending shot of Bane saying, call me Bane. Welcome to your new home. Now let's get you prepped for surgery. As we get a shot of just how big Bane is with all of that venom compared to Batman. And then you get that shot again of a man-bat alien creature in the background. Interested to see what goes on there. But I give this issue a 10 out of 10. By far the best issue of the entire Absolute Batman run, which I've enjoyed basically every issue. And Scott Snyder is not missing at all. His writing is incredible. The art is definitely growing on me. I'm very excited to see who's pulling the strings behind all of this. Is it, Deathstroke? Is it Joker? Is it, Ra's al Ghul? Is it someone else? I'm very, very interested to see who's calling the shots, who's telling Bane what to do. Because, I don't know who is strong enough or smart enough or has enough money to put Bane in his place. So that's my review of Absolute Batman number 9. I think it's insane. 10 out of 10. I'm really excited about, each issue going forward, again, by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about today's video. What did you guys think about issue 9? All that and more. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats.
Cowabunga. It's morphin' time.